Describe and comment on the trial scene of the Merchant of Venice. This trial scene is very important in this drama, the trial scene that took place in the court of Duke. Discuss the trial scene in the Merchant of Venice. Bring out the dramatic significance of the trial scene of the Merchant of Venice. Describe the trial of Antonio in the Duke's court, or comment on the procedure of Antonio's trial, or how did Antonio face a trial in the Duke's court. So, you can see yourself here that this question is very important and it can be asked in different kinds of language. But the main thing is, that is trial scene of Antonio in the court of the Duke. So, first of all, we have to know that what all happened with Antonio, or what was the significance of this dramatic scene. So, first of all, just try to know the summary of the scene. The trial scene, no doubt it was very important scene of this play, and the background of the scene is a bond that was signed by Antonio. Okay. So, the background of that scene is bond story in which Antonio authorized, okay, Antonio has signed a bond that was made by Shylock, a money lender, and to take a pound of flesh from his body if he fails to pay the money within 3 months. Antonio's friend, he has taken money from Shylock, and Antonio had become a guarantor, and he had signed a bond that if his friend couldn't pay back the money of Shylock, it was the responsibility of Antonio that he will give a pound of flesh from his body to Shylock. So, that was written in that bond within 3 months. Now, the time has expired and Shylock, he was determined to take revenge from Antonio. Because Shylock, he was a Jew and Antonio, he was a Christian. Shylock had a lot of hatred feeling for Antonio, and now the time had come when he wanted to have revenge upon him. So, he got the chance to have revenge, and he takes this revenge on the basis of that signed bond by Antonio. So, now the scene, the trial scene, it opens in the court of Duke, in the court of Venice, and Duke's appeal for mercy and offer of 6,000 ducats by Bassanio. It not even, it could move Shylock. 6,000 ducats offer, and Duke also appealed for mercy, but nothing could move whom? Shylock. Why? Because he was very revengeful and he wanted to take revenge on Antonio. Now, in the end of that trial scene, when Duke also fails, then Portia comes, and she comes in disguise of a male lawyer. She was very intelligent. She is the heroine of this play and she is the wife of Bassanio. But when she comes here, she comes in disguise of a male lawyer. She enters the court and she is permitted to plead the case of Antonio. Her appeal for mercy and other pleas also proved ineffective. Then in the end, Portia, she allows Shylock to take a pound. Okay, in the end, Portia, she allows, because Shylock, he couldn't move by her speech, by even Duke's appeal. So now when there was no option with Portia, then she says that okay, you can take a pound of flesh from Antonio's body. So she allows Portia. Then in the end, Portia allows Shylock to take a pound of flesh from Antonio's body, but without shedding a drop of blood. So this was the intellectuality of Portia, that she says that not even a single drop of blood will be there, and exactly only 1 pound flesh, because that was written in bond and not the drop or not the blood. So neither less no more, otherwise all his wealth will be confiscated by the state. If it happens, if even a single drop of blood is taken or a single drop of blood comes out of the body of Antonio, then all the wealth of Shylock will be confiscated by the state, and that was not possible to take flesh from Antonio's body without shedding blood. So now Shylock, he recoils and he asks for mercy. Now everything is changed, and Shylock, now it was the turn of Shylock, and he says that he wants mercy. Antonio suggests to pardon Shylock because he was very kind hearted, and here he was not revengeful, and he says that Shylock must be pardoned. And Shylock, he turns a Christian, and if his wealth is not used in usury and is given to Lorenzo and Jessica. Okay, Jessica, heartbroken Shylock, he accepts all those conditions and he goes back to his home. So this scene, this trial scene, it has a great dramatic significance. It is, we can say that in the end of this play, it is just like the climax and conclusion of that Bond story. This trial scene also develops with continuous interest and keeps the audience and readers breathless, because the audience or the readers, they don't know what the result or what the conclusion or what the solution may be of that problem. So because Shylock, he was very obstinate and he was not showing his mercy, so that was the reason that the end of this play, it becomes very interested for the readers. And there is also an encounter of two great characters, that is Shylock, who was a moneylender, who was just like a villain, he was very clever, cunning, and Portia, just like a great hero of law. So it was Portia, the heroine of this play. She saved the life of Antonio, the merchant of Venice.